Hi there and welcome to yet another video. My name is Mary Amondo. I'm in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing Services. Today we are going to be discussing about recruitment and onboarding, and I'm joined by our lead recruiter, Mr. Paminas. Karibu sana.
Thank you for having me.
Great.
Yeah.
We are looking at recruitment and especially for salespeople, and our main focus is on some of the mistakes that perhaps companies make when it comes to recruitment. Yeah. So please take us through that.
Good question, Mary. So as you're aware, 40% of the recruitment requests that we get from employers here at Corporate Staffing Services, they have to do with a sales role. So we could be looking for a sales representative, business development manager, or even a commercial director. So this is an area, having been in this space for the last 13 years, this is an area that I'm conversant with. So every day we are recruiting, we are sourcing and recruiting on behalf of our clients. So in terms of the mistakes that I see, and these are mainly, especially the medium-sized firms, this is where I see the biggest mistake. Yeah. Number one is the employer not being aware whether they have a marketing or a sales problem. Let me qualify that. What do I mean by this? In some instances, you find employers don't differentiate between sales and marketing. So when you talk about marketing, we are talking about you putting the brand name out there for people to know that a company such as Corporate Staffing Services exist. Now, marketing is the first step towards sales because it's after people know you, then sales comes in. And mainly when you're talking about sales, you're talking about closing. So there's a client in front of you or someone has made an inquiry and now you're presenting, you're pitching. And it's either they buy or not. So sales comes at the final end. So why do I say that many medium-sized firms and even SME make this mistake? You might find they may be requiring this individual they are hiring to do both, and it's not possible. One will suffer. Or you'll find that someone is so good with marketing, but they are not good with sales. Closing. Or vice versa, closing. Yeah. So you've got to know, do you have a marketing or sales problem? Yeah. And the way to know is, if you have many requests coming but you're not closing, then that means you have a sales problem.
Yeah.
But if you have requests, out of 10 requests that you get, you find you close 9, then what you have is a marketing problem. You don't have many customers. So that's number one. The second mistake I see companies make, and nowadays this is more related to sales, is where they don't understand that salespeople are different. So you'll find a salesperson is very conversant with one industry or sector. It doesn't mean that they have transferable skills. What do I mean? Someone who sells sodas or newspapers every day is very different from someone who sells 100 million shilling house at Karen. Those are totally different skill sets. So each sector or industry has its nuances. It has its requirement. So simply because someone has done logistics sales, don't expect that they will come to consultancy and they'll thrive. So I would highly recommend, if you don't have the time to train or the resources, go for someone who's from a similar industry. Yes, so it should be a plug and play. Someone who's already, for example, if it's a trainer, I'll look and say, has this person sold training? Has this person sold newspapers? If that's what I sell. Has this person sold apples, oranges? And if they have, then it will be very easy for them to settle. Yeah. The other mistake I see is obviously not offering a competitive pay. So any sales job should come with an incentives, commissions. Why? Because salespeople, they know the numbers. Someone cannot give you 2 million shillings and you don't appreciate them. Yeah. So come up with a package which says at a minimum this is what we can be able to pay you. But then maybe if you put your effort and the success, that also should reflect in the salesperson,
an incentive
and incentives in their pocket. Yeah, they should be able to see, well, last year we made 1 million, I earned 40,000. This year we made 6 million, I've earned 200,000. So that way someone will be able to be invested and see, okay, there's also something that I'm getting.
Even able to motivated to bring more money.
Precisely.
more
yeah. So it works for both parties. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So also make sure you give them the proper resources. Don't expect someone to go to their pocket allowance, telephone communication allowance, transport, do the bare minimum. Then you can be able to face someone and ask them, hey, I've given you a car, I've given you telephone, there's a salary, why aren't you delivering? Yeah. The other bit and the last one, they are many, but I feel that this is major, is you as an employer, if you focus on qualification as opposed to the experience. Yeah. So for me, I would hire a diploma holder who's confident, is a people person, as opposed to a master's person who's never done sales, who's not confident, they're not charismatic, they don't have good communication skills. Yeah. Because sales, it's about people. It's not about them, how many degrees that you have. Maybe finance, HR, engineer can work, but sales at its core, it's how does this person relate with a stranger?
It's more people oriented.
Yes, can they handle rejection? How is their relationship building skills? There are people who are not just good with people. And it's not, I can't hold them against them. And there are people who are very good. That's why you find qualifications, degrees or certificate is not an indicator how someone will behave in sales. For me, Mary, I would look at the track record. Obviously, I'm not saying now people don't go to school or college, go. But when they've met the minimum diploma, then what I'll be interested with is, what is your track record? Have you earned commissions? Have you been able to meet your KPIs? Then I can be able to hire you.
Great.
Yes.
And how does CSS come in, especially now with supporting employers get the right candidates or talents for sales?
Yes. So we come in two ways. And the first way is we help clients recruit the right salespeople. So we start supporting clients by helping them come up with job descriptions, come up with the KPIs, the targets. Then the sourcing itself, we look at, does the right candidate, do they need training, or we need to headhunt people who have experience? Yeah. So most of the time, especially for the medium-sized firms, we recommend firms to go with for people who have experience. And then when they come on board, we also advise on the salary, we advise on the commission structure. We also don't leave it at that. We do have a department that caters, offers training. So we offer trainings at different levels, whether it's the basic selling skills, whether it's key account management, relationship management. So as a HR consultancy firm, we're able to handhold you all the way through. So whether it's sourcing the right employee, all the way to now making sure when they come on board, they understand what's expected of them, and we train them on the skills and how how to get to the next level. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Paminas, for those insights. And thank you for watching. I believe you've gotten few tips with regards to hiring the right salespeople. As Paminas has mentioned, we are able to help you get the right talent for your sales team. And also we do offer trainings, so we can be able to come in handy to help in training your sales team so that they are able to deliver effectively. For these and more, feel free to click on the link below so that we can be able to engage further. See you in the next video.